Okey, Assalamualaikum. Kita berjumpa lagi untuk tajuk incomplete records for analysis method. Okay, welcome back to my channel, Cikgu Yati channel. So, saya ada kelas live with practicum A6P2. So, saya harap all my student should be here. So, saya tengok kehadiran masih lagi 4 orang. A6P2, cepat sikit. Saya akan tunggu dalam masa 30 minit. 30 minit lama pula tu, 30 saat ya. So, saya nak set for my presentation, sementara menunggu. Alright. Okay, ini asisten saya ialah saudara Rizal. Hai Rizal.
Hai cikgu.
Okay, ini untuk baca doa dan juga kepada saudari Nurina. Okay Nurina.
Okay cikgu.
Alright, jadi untuk ini adalah tajuk yang agak very long question dan you must pay attention because soalan dia so many steps. So you must pay attention for the analysis method because dia punya step is very long and you have to prepare the answer pun very long. Okay, tanpa membuang masa, saya menjemput saudara Rizal untuk membacakan doa. Dipersilakan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma ftah alaina hidmataka wa syur alaina min huzahini rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir ya karim. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Okey, terima kasih saudara Rizal. Okay, saya rasa saya akan mulakanlah my presentation ya. Okay. So, keluarkan your notes and your exercise, kita akan discuss for this topic. Okay. Rizal dan Nina nampak tak tu? Nampak kan?
Nampak cikgu.
Nampak.
Alright, thank you. Now, at 11, accounting for incomplete records and single entries. So, I just focus for analysis method. So, based on question 1, the following item. So, Puan Josh does not keep her business record completely. So, the following items are taken from her book on June 30th, 2018. So, firstly, you must know the accounting period start July 1st, 2017 and the end is 30th June 2018. Normally, kita start with 1st January and 31st December, right? But this one is different. The beginning balance start with July 1st, 2017 and the ending is June 2018. Okay, now the inventory. Okay, you are given, this is okay from the question you are given the beginning. Okay, this one is the beginning of the asset and liability. Okay, you must identify which one is asset. So, kalau tengok inventory, that one is asset. Cash, okay, you can see the cash is the missing figure here. So, you have to calculate. In the question, they just give you the opening balance and you have to calculate the ending balance. And the formula for ending balance for cash, beginning balance plus cash receipt less cash payment. And this one for account receivable, categorized as asset, account payable, liability, equipment, asset, vehicle, asset, bank loan, liabilities, salaries payable, liabilities, and prepaid insurance. Now, based on the question, okay. Now, you are given the cash book. This is the cash book. Okay, you can see from the cash book. Okay, you look at the question, cash book. Cash book, given the beginning balance, but not the ending balance. So when you want to calculate the ending balance, you must add the beginning plus all cash receipt and less all cash payment. So this is the debit side. Debit side represent for cash receipt. So for the first one, account receivable, this is the transaction. So that means we receive cash from account receivable. Debit cash credit account receivable. This one also the transaction. Debit cash credit commission. This is the revenue. This one debit cash credit sales. So we must know the details for debit side. And the credit side, we have make a payment to account payable. So debit account payable, credit cash, debit purchase, credit cash, debit rent, credit cash, debit salaries, general expenses, equipment, credit cash. So for example, equipment, that means we purchase the new equipment. So the salary, general expenses, that one we have made a payment for expenses. Drawing. So the analysis is debit drawing, credit cash. The company withdrew cash. Bank loan, debit, bank loan, credit cash. We make a payment. And interest, we have to make a payment, debit bank, credit cash, and insurance premium. So now we look at the additional information from the question. Number one, okay, normally the additional information will give you about the the bad debts depreciation and sometimes the transaction that not recorded yet. So number one trust has received discount and allowance of RM 540 from the supplier. The supplier is the account payable and has given RN 760 discount to customer. So when you look at the question number one, not question number one, the additional information, number one, there is two transactions. Number one, the amount with RM 540 and number two, RM 760. So this transaction not recorded yet. So we have to record and we have to write down the double entry system. So the first one, debit account payable for the amount RM 540 credit purchase discount because the company received discount from account payable. Number two, the company give discount to customers. Customers refer to account receivable. So debit sales discount, credit account receivable. Okay, there are two transactions not recorded yet. So we have to record in the account receivable, account payable, and also statement of income. Number two, goods costing RM 410 were returned to the supplier. The supplier referred to the account payable and customer. Customer referred to account receivable has returned goods worth RM 350. So there are two transactions that not recorded yet. So we must know the double entry system. So the first one, the amount RM 410, debit account payable, credit, purchase, return. So we return, the company return the damaged goods to the supplier. And number two, the customer return. So debit, sales return, credit account receivable. So you can see that the sales return must contra to sales account and the purchase return must contra to purchase. Normally the purchase will record in the debit side. And the information, the annual rent is RM 7,200. This one refer to rent expenses during the year, or in other words, current rent expenses. Okay, number four, debts of RM 200 has become obsolete and written off. So this is the double entry system. So the company not record yet. So we have to record this transaction, debit, bad debts, credit account receivable. So the amount RM 200 will influence the account receivable when you prepare the account receivable. And the last information, one choice took inventories values are at 400 per month for her family. So this one, the company not record the transaction, so we have to record. And the double entry system debit drawing credit purchase. So 400 represent for purchase. It will reduce the amount of purchase. So from the question, you can see there are four data given. Number one, the beginning balance. Number two, the ending balance. Number three, cash book. And number four, the additional information. So from cash book, there are missing figure for the cash book balance, ending balance for cash book. Now we look at the next one. So you are required to prepare the statement of comprehensive income for the year ended June 30th, 2018. And another one, prepare the statement of financial position as at June 30th, 2018. And we know that the accounting period starts from 1st of July until June 30th, 2018. Okay, there are a few steps that we have to prepare. Number one, we must prepare the account receivable. Okay, now I give you the list. First, you must prepare account receivable to calculate sales on credit. Number two, you must prepare account payable because we have to calculate the purchase on credit. Number three, we must prepare adjustment for expenses, either prepaid expenses or expense payable. Number four, you must prepare the adjustment for revenue, either revenue receivable or unearned revenue. Number five, you must look at the information. There is an adjustment for depreciation, bad debts, and sometimes there are a few transactions not recorded in the journal. And the last one, you must refer the drawing in the additional information. After that, you must prepare the opening capital. So one, two, three, four, five. This is number six, opening capital. And number seven, then you can prepare the statement of income. And the last one, you must prepare the financial position. So before that, you must make an analysis for all the items that I have mentioned just now. So now we look at the account receivable. Okay, this is the account receivable. Okay, this is the information that we get from the beginning. Okay, this one is the beginning balance. So account receivable is the asset. The balance should be in the debit side. Okay, this one you get the information from cash book. We receive cash from account receivable. Sales discount, sales return, and bad debt, we got the information from additional information. And the last one, balance carry forward, given in the ending balance. So after that, you add for debit side and the credit side, you can find out the sales on credit. So this is the missing figure, 44,300 for sales. Okay, that one is the first step that you must prepare. And you have to calculate the total sale, credit sale plus cash sale. Now the account payable, we look at the account payable. This is liability, current liability. So the beginning balance means we must start in the credit side. So you get from the information, beginning balance. Number two, cash. The information we get from cash book. We make a payment to account payable. So this is the sources you get from cash book. And for purchase discount and purchase return, we got the information from additional information. And the balance carry forward, you got the information from the ending balance. And you just total for debit side and the credit side, and you can find out the missing figure is purchased on credit. So this is the second step. You must calculate the purchase. Okay, total sales, you get the amount 44,300 plus 11,100. Where you got this amount? You got this amount from Rizal. Where you got this amount? 11,100. Are you with me, Rizal?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, when you get this amount? 11,000. Okay.
Uh, from cash book.
Yes, very good. Okay, this amount, we get the amount from cash book. So you must add all together. You got 55,400. Okay, this one is very important because we must record sales in the statement of income. Okay, number two, you have to calculate the total purchase, the purchase on credit that we have calculated just now, plus the purchase cash from cash book. Then you got the total 32,750. This total sales and purchase we will record in the statement of income. So this is the second step when you want to prepare the analysis method. Now we have to make an adjustment for expenses, either prepaid or payable. Now we make adjustment for prepaid insurance. So given in the question, prepaid insurance given the beginning balance 160, and given in the cash book we make a payment for insurance 880, and then balance carry forward we get from ending balance, and the missing figure here is represent for current insurance, or other words, insurance expenses. So this amount we must record in the statement of income, and the balance carry forward prepaid insurance represent for asset. So we must record in the financial position. And the next one, we make an adjustment for non-current asset. That one is fixing and fixtures. So you can look at the details about fixing and fixtures. The beginning balance 7,200, and then we purchase cash. Now we purchase cash for fitting and fixtures, and then this one from cash book, the information from cash book. At the ending balance, we got the information from ending balance. So you find out when you total up for debit side 8,000 and the credit side 8,000. So the different amount represent for depreciation expenses. Okay. So you can look at number one for fitting, the amount and beginning is bigger than ending. So you see, or you can see the debit side is bigger than the credit side. So the missing figure is depreciation. Normally, the beginning figure for asset is bigger than the ending. So you can find out that one is depreciation. Okay, salaries payable, given this is liability. So given in the question, beginning balance, and we have made payment for salaries, and so no ending balance. So the missing figure is salaries expenses. The amount is 6,400. So we have made an adjustment for expenses and also non-current asset. So okay, we don't have the revenue. Now, before you prepare the comprehensive income, you must calculate the opening capital. Okay, I give you the formula. Opening capital, we must use the statement of affairs where all the asset, list of asset, the beginning asset less the list of liabilities. So this is the list of asset. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 asset and then there are 3 liabilities. So you get the total for opening capital is 49,300. And the second one, cash. So given in the question, the beginning balance plus all cash receipt less all cash payment and you get 420. You must calculate for balance carry forward because we want to record in the financial position. So after you prepare the opening capital, then we can prepare statement of income. Okay, this is the statement of income for the year ended June 30th, 2018. So sale, we calculate already got 55,400 less sales discount 760 less sales return 350. So you got the total 1,110 and you got the net sale 54,200 and 290. Now we start for actually cost of goods sold. This is the missing figure, cost of goods sold. Yeah. Okay, sale. After you got sale less cost of goods sold, start with the beginning inventory 9,220. So this is the purchase. Purchase the total cash purchase plus purchase on credit, which is the total 32,750 less purchase discount 540 less purchase return 410 and this is the total that you have to less 950. Then you got the total 31,800 and less drawing for inventory. So for 1 month is 400. You must multiply by 12 months. So the total for drawing, so this one drawing for inventory. The total is 4,800. So after that, you get this amount. This one net purchase plus the beginning inventory. You got cost of goods available for sale. 36,220 less ending inventory. So less ending inventory. So you got cost of goods sold. So from cost of goods sold, sale less cost of goods sold or net sale less cost of goods sold, you got gross profit. Okay, the amount is 28,290. Now we look at the operation expense, rent 7,200, bad debts 200, salaries 6,400. We have to calculate just now. General expense, okay, general expense you get from cash book. Interest from cash book 1,200. Insurance. So we have calculate the amount for current insurance. Just now we have calculated 600. Depreciation. This is the formula just now. Equipment, the beginning, plus the purchase of equipment less 7,600. Then you got 400. And vehicle, the beginning balance less the ending balance. So you can see the beginning balance is bigger than the ending balance. So you got 3,600. Okay, just now 400. Okay, you look at the question. Okay, you can see the equipment we purchase equipment 800. Okay, the equipment we purchase 800, 7,200, 7,600. So you got the total, then the purchase for equipment 800. Okay, you must consider 3 transaction there. Okay, this one represent the equipment, yeah, not the fitting. So this is the equipment. Okay, actually I want to write down equipment. Wait ah. Okay, that one represent for equipment this here. Okay, tak ada boleh gerak pula. Lari pula. Never mind, that one is equipment, yeah. So you can make a correction. Actually, that one is equipment. So dah lari. Okay, never mind. So that one is not the fitting, yeah. That one is equipment. So kita continue yang just now. So I make a correction. That one is equipment, not the fitting. Okay, kita continue the total. So you can see that one for equipment, not the fitting. So we continue. The total for depreciation for equipment is 400, and for vehicles is 3,600. So the total operation expenses 20,350. And then add the commission revenue 400, then you got net profit. The net profit 8,340. So after you make adjustment for account receivable, account payable, all the expenses, all the revenue and depreciation, we prepare the opening capital. After that, we prepare the statement of income. And the last one, we prepare the financial position. Okay, this one is equipment, yeah, not the fitting or fixtures. So this is the account for perniagaan Joyce, statement of financial position as at June 30th, 2018. So this is the current asset, 7,600, and the vehicle, 32,400. And you got the total 40,000. Okay, and the one, the current asset, inventory, cash, account receivable, prepaid, rent payable. This one not rent payable. Prepaid rent. Okay. 623,580. Then you got the total 63,580. So the total asset is 63,580. How do you get the amount? You plus all together. So this one is prepaid rent, yeah? Okay, the next one, owner's equity. Okay, now kita tengok ya. Loading. The owner's equity, opening capital, we have calculated just now, 49,300 plus net profit that we have calculated already, statement of income, less drawing for cash, we withdrew cash, the company withdrew cash, and company withdrew inventory. This is the total, and you got the closing capital, 51,270. Now, Non-current liabilities, loan 6,000. Then we have to add current liabilities, account payable 6,310. You got the total 12,310. So this is the total liabilities and owner's equity. So you can see the asset, the total of asset equals to the totals of liabilities and owner's equity. Okay, so we finished one question. So you must know that from analysis method, they will give you the beginning asset, number two, the ending beginning asset and liability. Dia akan bagi the ending asset and liability. Number three, cash book. And the last one, they'll give you the additional information. Now we look at the last question number two. So this is the business. This is the beginning asset and liabilities. So you can see bank represent for asset, account receivable. You must identify the item. Account receivable asset, account payable asset, inventory asset, vehicle, account payable liability, inventory asset, vehicle, asset, furniture, asset, and salaries payable liabilities. So you can see liabilities. There are two items in the question. And you are given, because you have to prepare, you have to calculate profit or loss for Puan Haslina. So this is the detail for cash book. Okay, this is the detail for cash book. This is the cash receipt and cash payment. So from cash book, balance, ending balance or balance carry forward for cash not given in the question. So you must calculate. The formula is the beginning balance plus all cash receipt less all cash payment. So you will get cash balance carry forward. So you can see from the debit side for cash book, so we receive cash from account receivable, and then there is the owner add the additional information, no, additional capital 1,000. So the company receive cash, and this one receive cash sale and receive cash for commission. And this one for payment, the company make a payment for purchase, pay for account payable, pay for the expenses, general expenses, salaries, and rent. So this one, the credit side, that means we make a payment, or the company we represent for the company make a payment. Now, so the next one, given the data for ending balance. So you can see the account receivable represent for asset, account payable liability, vehicle asset, salaries payable liability, inventory, and furniture. Now you are required to show the three accounts for account receivable. Okay, from here, there are no additional information. So you are given the beginning, the ending, and cash book only. No additional information. So this question is quite easy. So you are required to prepare for account receivable, account payable, and salaries payable. Number two, you are required to calculate the opening capital and the balance of bank. So the balance of bank, just now, I give you the formula, the beginning plus the receipt less the payment. And we have to prepare the statement of comprehensive income for the year ended 31st December. And the last one, prepare the statement of financial position. So this question is quite easy. No additional information, you just focus only account receivable. Now this is the account receivable. The data balance brought forward given in the question. This information you get from cash book. We receive cash from account receivable and the balance carry forward given in the question. So you add for debit and the credit side. You can find out the missing figure is sales. The total for credit sales 23,418. So the total sales 23,418 plus cash sales 6,984. So you got 30,402. We must calculate total sale because we want to prepare the profit or loss, or we want to record in the statement of income. Now for account payable, this is liability. So balance brought forward must be in the credit side. This is the beginning balance given. So cash, we make a payment to the account payable. So we got this information from cash book and the ending balance given in the question. So you debit, you total up the debit side 25,902 and you total up for the credit side, then the missing figure you got purchase on credit 20,124. So the total purchase 20,124 plus cash purchase 2430. You got the total for 22,554. After that, we must calculate the opening capital. So you have made an adjustment for expenses. So the next step, revenue. There is no adjustment for revenue. Now we look at the opening capital. So the opening capital, we must refer to the list of assets and list of liabilities in the beginning of the year. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 assets less 2 liabilities. So you got 42,264. Now the balance for bank. So just now I give you the formula, the beginning balance plus all the receipt from check less all the payment made by check. So you got 10,844. So we have finished all the analysis for account receivable, account payable, for expenses, and now we can and then we have prepared the opening capital. Now we can prepare the financial statement. So we start with the statement of comprehensive income. So this is the statement. Sales 30,402 less cost of goods sold. We start with the beginning. So purchase, no purchase discount. So we just get the amount direct for purchase. Purchase on credit plus cash purchase. The total is 22,554. And the total cost of goods available for sale, we got the amount 25,776 less ending inventory 4,880. You got 20,896 for cost of goods sold. So the gross profit, sales less cost of goods sold, then you get gross profit 9,506. So now the next one, we must less all the operational expenses. So we start with the salaries expenses 1,406, rent expenses 9,360. This information we get from cash book. This one, the salaries we have made an adjustment and general expenses from cash book. And the depreciation, we we have to calculate the depreciation, we must compare the beginning balance less the ending balance of furniture. So the the amount that decrease represent for depreciation. So this is 400. And also for vehicle, 26,000 the beginning less the ending 25,200, and you got 800. So the total for depreciation is 1,200, and the total for operational expenses 13,190. So don't forget we must add the commission revenue. The total for commission revenue is 8,000. So net profit for this company is 4,360. Now the last step, we must prepare for financial position. Okay, so you must take all the balance from asset liabilities, balance carry forward, or the ending balance. So non-current asset, vehicle, furniture, vehicle 25,200, furniture 6,000, and you got the total 1,200 for non-current asset. And for current asset, inventory 4,880. Bank, we have calculated just now the formula balance beginning plus receipt less payment, you got ending balance 8,844, and account receivable you get the ending balance from the question 6,642, and the total for current asset is 22,366. The total for asset 53,566. The total represent for non-current asset plus. Now you must know that based on the accounting equation, total asset must equals to the total liabilities. Total asset equals to owner's equity plus liabilities. So we look at the owner's equity, opening capital. We have calculated just now. You got the amount 42,264 plus net profit that we have calculated just now 4,316, and got the additional capital from cash book given in the cash book. So you got the total for closing capital is 48,380. Now we look at the liabilities. So we have account payable 4,914, salaries payable 272, the total for liabilities 5,186. So we must add for closing capital or owner's equity plus liabilities, you got the answer 53,566, and it equals to total asset. So that's all for the question number 1 and number 2. So we have finished already for number 1 and number 2, and we will continue for the next lesson. The next lesson, you must prepare for question number 3. So that's all for today. So are you with me, Rizal and Nina? Okay, so we have finished already.
Yes, Puan.
Ya
Okay,
Puan.
so now saya nak baca the comment. Good morning, Cikgu. Okay, Adriana. Okay, good morning. Hai Cikgu, SMD ni sama ni? Selamat kot. Zing zing, sheltering. Okay, that's all. So kita finish already our topic for analysis method. Okay, now saya nak ask Rizal. Okay, Rizal. Apa yang given? Apa ada 4 benda that I have mentioned just now? Ada 4 item dia akan bagi in the question. Apa 4 item tu? Rizal, number 1.
Opening balance,
Yes,
closing
yes.
balance, profit and loss. Salah.
Betul.
Dengan additional information.
Additional
Salah ada 3.
additional information and another one cash book. So 3 benda ya. Pertama the opening
Cash.
balance,
Okay.
number 2 the closing balance, 3 cash book and number 4 ialah the additional information. So before you prepare the statement of income or you want to prepare for financial position under analysis method, kita kena buat analysis. Cost, the first one account receivable, number 2 account payable, number 3 all the expenses either expense payable or prepaid expense, number 4 revenue, unearned revenue and revenue receivable, number 4, number 5 for all additional information including depreciation, bad debts and the transaction not recorded yet. Number 6, kita prepare opening capital and then baru kita boleh prepare the statement of income and financial position. So saya rasa setakat itu saja for today. Kita akan continue our lesson and the question on the next lesson. So saya rasa setakat itu saja. Saya sudahi dengan jemput saudara Riza untuk baca doa penutup. Silakan.
Okay. Subhanallah wa bihamdi, subhanallah wa bihamdika, Allahumma wa bihamdika, asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wal innal insana lafi husn illal ladzina amanu wa amilus solihati wa tawassaw bil haqq wa tawassaw bis sabr. Amin.
Okey, terima kasih diucapkan pada saudara Rizal kerana sudi baca doa dan juga terima kasih kepada Nina, saudari Nina kerana sudi menemankan saya berdua kan. Okey, kita dah habis ya. Okey, siapa kita muka kita lah. Okey, kita semua. Okey, kita bye-bye kat semua. Bye semua. Okey, habis. Bye. Assalamualaikum.
Terima kasih cikgu. Bye-bye.
Okay. Masih puan.